Hey you all, welcome to my channel. So we're going to be doing this quick ombre look. Right here, I am cutting my hair. So I had purchased a 22-inch blonde 613 wig, but I realized it was actually too long for the style that I wanted to. So you can definitely do a shorter wig. I would probably say maybe you can get 14 inches and that'll cut down on the cost as well. Here I'm just trimming it, as you see, and I put in the ponytail to measure where I want it to cut, and I'm just going back and cleaning up the cut marks, well, where I cut at, to make sure it's a clean bob. Here you see I begin to start parting, so I'm basically separating the lace from like the wig itself, because when you do this next step of the brown and toning the roots, you only need to do it like where the lace is, so basically where you're going to see it. You can do the other parts of the wig, but it's going to be a lot more work that's not necessary. So yeah, I'm just going in, touching it up with the brown. I used Mocha by Adore. And make sure you be very gentle. Don't use a lot of product so that it doesn't, I guess, get too much on the lace. Okay, so now I'm going in between and making sure that even the, like, if I part it, basically that the roots are also brown. So make sure you do that and comb the dye through so that it's not just like blotchy. It's a smooth transition to the next color whenever you dye it to the pink. Now we're moving to the center part. I guess it's a lace, but I guess where you say like the closure area is. As you see, you can see the wig track, and then you can see the lace part. Going in the same way, dyeing the roots all around that area, and then I'm going to go in and part each individual area to make sure that the brown is getting to the middle and everywhere else in the hair. Okay, so this is what the dark roots look like. I actually love this as like a regular style. I'm thinking about doing it with my blonde wig now. Now we're going to go into dyeing. So I use Neon Pink, which is by Adore. Lightly put the amount of dye in there. You don't need a lot of dye because this is going to be a lighter tone than your ends, which is going to be a darker tone. So you don't need the whole bottle of Adore. It should be pretty transparent. As you see, I'm dipping it in there. Make sure that you're getting in between the hair, because you don't want any blonde patches. So make sure if you need to, you're combing, whether it's with your finger or with like a comb, to make sure the dye is going all the way through the wig. So here I'm just checking, looking through, make sure I didn't miss any spots, and everything's the color pink that I like. This next step is going to be optional. I always feel like the color looks weird to me when the hair is wet. It always looks darker, so I always get scared that when it dries, I'm not going to like it. So I end up using like a toner to like lighten up the color. You don't have to do this. I think it's just me like overthinking. Okay, so now we're going in with this third color. This is Pink Rose by Adore. You don't need a lot just because we're going to ombre the tips. So it's not that much hair, so you won't need to use the whole bottle. Make sure it is pigmented. And this is going to be a darker pink than the first pink we used, so that it gives the two-tone effect. I'm just mixing it in, so make sure there's no spots or anything. And lightly just start dipping it in and gradually going deeper into the water. You're not dyeing the whole hair, you're just dyeing the tips. So just lightly, gradually like build up the color. Okay, ombre, like it did really well, the gradual ombre. This is after washing everything out to show all the different colors. Now I'm going to let it dry probably overnight just because I'm tired and come back the next day. I will say I should have used Got To Be spray on my roots so that I didn't have the pink, but it really didn't affect it. This is it looking dry. Now you can see the gradual ombre effect. I end up going back through and cutting it later on because it is still pretty long for it to touch my shoulders. Here is where I'm gonna tell y'all, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but I know what I'm doing. So we're trying to get the heart part at the top. It's no real method here. I just did like a circle because hearts to me start off as a circle. And from there, I'm just kind of like shaping it. I really can't give y'all directions. Make sure you start with a middle part at least so that you know kind of where you want your heart to be in your head. And from there, create a circular, I guess a circle basically. And then just go in and honestly just shape it. Like from the part I begin to like, I guess cut out the triangle that's at the top of the heart. And I just start to perfect it. So just keep doing it until you get it perfect. As you see, I'm going in with the hot comb kind of to make sure everything's flat and it looks pretty clean. I'm going to even go back up and like just keep parting it and just keep hot combing. I feel like hot combing is kind of what's going to set the part in place to make sure that it's nice and crisp. So use the hot comb as much as you need. Okay, so as y'all see, I'm starting to decide what side I want the part to be on. One side looked more like a heart than the other, so as y'all see, I chose that side. From here, we're going to get into doing the hair tassels. It came with about 8 colors, I think, and it came with most of the tools that I needed. I'm not going to show the whole process just because I don't want this video to become very long, but I did do a separate video zoomed in and showing like the details of how you put the hair tassels in. I ended up deciding clearly to use the pink tassels as I would show y'all. And then I'll show y'all at the very end how it came out. Is this not so pretty? I will say the process was tedious, but for the look, it was definitely worth it. Okay, so as of now, when I hot comb the first time, I was just hot combing the top, so I'm hot combing the whole hair so that it's pretty, I guess not frizzy. As you see, I have the heat serum and I'm just going through the hair because I'm about to get ready to straighten out everything. And then later on, I'm going to go back and do the flip to it. Okay, so I'm just cutting off the ends of the tassel so that it matches the rest of the hair length. And I'm going to go in and also straighten the heart part now. I just want to feel like I knew what I was doing. I always see girls do their baby hairs on like their mannequin heads, sorry. I feel like it's harder to do it. I prefer to do my baby hairs and once I have the wig on cuz I can set it with my scarf. But here I basically just cut the baby hairs, went in with a small flat iron and like curled it up a little bit, used some got to be glue, and just honestly kept playing with it. I can't even say that it's a easy, just like one time thing. Just keep playing with your baby hairs. So now I'm about to bump it and do my flip period. As y'all see, the flat iron didn't work, so you all probably, at least I'm gonna say I needed a real curler. I couldn't do it with a flat iron. Okay, so now we have the curler. It's so funny because I remember my mother doing flips. I hated flips in my hair, but I remember her doing it and she loved her some flips. I'm like, girl, why can I not think about how my mama did these flips back in the day? So finally, I figured it out. Just get you a curler. Make sure you turn it basically upside down so that the handle part is down, and that'll give you a flip. If you don't, it'll give a weird like bend in the curl. But girl, look how perfect that it came out. Like, come on, flip. Okay, so with the tassels I'm about to show y'all, it didn't really flip that well, but it does straighten pretty okay. So I'm just going back in and kind of cutting it so that it doesn't like unblend or like stick out too much. So as you see, I'm using a clip. If you do want to wear it with a clip, that'd be really cute too. But since it's on a mannequin head and I can't put it like behind my ears, I just wanted to go ahead and use the clip as a way of holding it in place of like what it would look like and making sure everything's perfect. So when I do install it, I can kind of have an idea. I'm just combing the flips to make sure like they're perfect, that are even out the flips. Okay, so here's the final result. I'm gonna also show y'all, I guess how not how I installed it, but me with it on and what I wore with it. So stay tuned for that. Also, this isn't my ideal. The only thing that I did do different was the hair tassels, but on Instagram and YouTube, her name is the Brianna Duval, and she was the one who created this color combination. So I just recreated it. Check out her page. But yes, period. Tell me what y'all think. Will y'all do the hairstyle or what color would y'all do? Do y'all